Hello, and welcome to this week's Top 25 LOL Esports Power Rankings, where I rank my top 25 teams in LOL Esports. Caveat to this video is going out before Tuesday, week 4, day 2 in the LPL. So the teams that do play, and you're going to watch this video, we have not watched those games when this is going on. So the link will be posted after those games are done. I'm going to have it upload, well, obviously, I don't even know why I'm talking in the past tense. You're watching it right now. So that's the deal. On here you see a top 25 ranking. That is the Discord Power Rankings. Participate in the Power Rankings. I tell you when the Discord Power Rankings will close, and I upload it, the video. So we had 14 people. That's the most we've had all year long so far participate. So thank you for those that participate. I do enjoy participation you can comment in the comment section, but I think participating in the Discord is more valuable. Out of those group, for bias sake, you're going to notice that these numbers are in decimals, and that's because when you join my Discord, you choose a role or multiple roles regarding what regions you support. So this kind of covers the whole what inherent bias may occur, just even unconsciously, subconsciously, whatever. 4.17 people are LEC supporters, 4 LCK, 3.67 LPL, 1.33 LCS, and then 0.83 follow minor regions. So with that in mind, that's how the group thinks. The teams that did not make the top 25 in the Discord Power Rankings. So these teams got votes but did not make the top 25. It's ranked from most votes to least. PSG Talon, Bro. So OK Bro from LCK. 100 Thieves, Team Heretics, FlyQuest, Rare Atom, Koi, FPX, Evil Geniuses, Ultra Prime, and Astralis. All of them received at least 1 point towards the Power Rankings. All 14 people picked JDG to be first, which I am happy about. We did have the Rogue, EDG, and T1 fans finally get on board with the process of picking who the best team actually is. So 14 for 14 in that regard. And now we're going to go through my top 25 compared to the Discord a bit and discuss. So, 25th, the only minor region team in my power rankings are DFM from Japan. So, they're new to the power rankings. This is where the Discord had Golden Guardians, who I don't have in my top 25. DFM already are off to an early start in the LJL, leading 85% of the minutes played in gold. Once again, dominating. Now, you may say to yourself, DFM did not do that great at Worlds. MSI and this and that, which is valid. I think that's a valid thing to say. But you look over the last few tournaments, and I finally altered my minor region algorithm a bit to represent numbers that utilize this past MSI. DFM have started off the best. PCS haven't played yet. VCS haven't played yet. And so DFM are 25th. 2-0. They beat Soft Bankhawks Gaming and Team Axis. Team Axis is not good, but SBH is a team that I believe beat DFM last split, so DFM winning is a good thing there. 24th, new to the power rankings, are Evil Geniuses for me. Vitality is here for the Discord. EG went 2-1, beat NRG, beat Golden Guardians, lost to Dignitas. Obviously, the Dignitas loss is ugly, but I am happy seeing Unforgiven getting an opportunity in a major region. He should have been starting in the LEC. He should have been starting in the LCS. I think both regions should be ashamed that they did not have a spot for him in spring. A lot of people like to throw that just at 100 Thieves, but the fact of the matter is that he's better than some LEC 80 carries as well, and he should never have been exported out, frankly. Maybe Mad Lions had something to do with that, but regardless, I want to see how he does with Isla going forward, if they can develop some chemistry. Obviously, Isla did not get it done with FlyQuest like you would like. JoJo starting off the split strong, as well as our Mayo. And Revenge is just doing his thing. If Revenge can play like Impact did the last couple of years and just not int the game away, they have a chance to be decent. So I have EG 24th. 23rd, dropping one spot, is Vitality. Vitality, obviously, on paper, are a really good team. So it's tough for me to drop them out of the top 25 just yet after week 1. SK Gaming is who they beat. SK not very good. 1 and 2, barely beating XL today. Lost to Mad Lions and Team Heretics, which are two teams that, are around them, right? So, frankly, they need those wins. They need to show that they can compete with those teams if they want any chance at recovering to have a chance at going to Worlds. And fulfilling all the money they've spent on 2 imports, Perks, Upset, Kaiser. That team has spent a lot of money. Actually, the LEC continues. TL were in that spot. And then 22nd, I have Fnatic, which is the same as the Discord. Fnatic, new to the power rankings, starting the split off 2-1. They beat XL and Astralis, but lost to G2. Beating XL is not a surprise. Beating Astralis beat them last split. New bot lane, Fnatic beat them. Against G2, G2 smoked them today, but the bot lane of Fnatic once again doing well, and I do believe that over time, Noah and Trimby are only going to get better. I even am curious how communication goes with that team, because Noah is a Korean import. He has played in the LEC all year long, but at the same time, well, not LEC, but in Europe in ERLs, but he was alongside a Korean import support as well, with Zero Tenacity, if I recall. So he is in a situation, or Zero Gravity, I forget if it's Zero Gravity or Zero Tenacity. Regardless, he is not with a Korean support anymore. And I don't know how good his English is. He did well today in the loss. I think Fnatic are only going to get better. As Oscarinen gets better, gets more games. And Fnatic are a real team, really. Next is Team Heretics. They are new to the top 25. This is where the Discord has BDS. BDS are not in my top 25. So, Yankos, very good. Vethio could be, if not is, the best mid laner in the LEC. He's looked good the first week after struggling with Excel the last 2 splits. And Flackid is looking very good. And Flackid, just like Unforgiven, should have been in the LEC this split. It's a crime that he wasn't, and he is already showing why he should have been in all 3 games. And with that in mind, Heretics are another team like Fnatic that are going to shake things up this split with their roster changes and going to go into playoffs and then into those regional qualifiers for 3rd and 4th or whatever, and really cause some havoc. Those are the 2 teams, I think, over BDS that have a better shot at it going to Worlds. Heretics beat Vitality, SK, and Astralis. SK and Astralis, easy wins. The Vitality one is legit, though, so that's a big deal. 20th are KDF, dropping 3 spots. I was not impressed with GenG, Taeyoon, or June this past week as they lost to GenG and HLE, and we say it, and I'll say it again for the new people watching. KDF were 17th. If you lose to GenG over here, I'm not really taking anything from it in the aspect of I expect you to lose. But the manner in which you lose matters, and they got 2-0'd. And then when they played HLE, I believe they got 2-0'd again. So that hurt. Not as competitive as you would like. I think in HLE series they were ahead in both games and through both, so manner in which you lose matters. So those are closer than the 2-0 indicates, but the GenG one wasn't great either. So they drop to 20th. Still a very good team. But, when push comes to shove, we have not seen what do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6th LCK team versus the 2nd LCS team or the 2nd LEC team. Nobody has seen that ever, really, right? I don't think we've ever had that at an international event. So to hypothesize, definitely one way or the other would be wrong. I think it's valid to hypothesize it could end up this way, but to say it will, definitively, there's nothing to base that off of. So KEF 20th, Bulldog, young mid lane are going to get better. Dudu's doing well, but Young J really struggling. The bot lane not doing enough for me recently. 19th, Ninja and Pajamas moving up 5 spots. So this was a weird one for me. They played 4 times this past week, beating Ultra Prime, Thunder Talk, 2 teams towards the bottom of the standings. Lost to OMG. I don't expect them to beat OMG. OMG are here. NIP are down here. Manner in which you lose. Lost to We today 2-0. That was not great. But they played 4 times this past week. I mean, and we hadn't played in a week in the LPL. Sure, they played against PSG and stuff, but they hadn't played against, they had time to prepare. Where NIP really didn't, right? So I like what NIP are doing. Shadow is looking a little better than I expected. Angel is solid for a good amount of the time. He and Photic are doing well. It's kind of how far Angel and Photic will take the team. Support solid. Invincible, very coin flippy. So NIP, I have 10 LPL teams in the end in this top 25. It is what it is. They are average in the LPL, but have good players that would probably be able to go toe-to-toe with the teams below them. 18th, new to the power rankings, Team Liquid. Oh, I should probably, we'll just do it in a second. New to the power rankings, 3-0. They beat TSM, 100 Thieves, Immortals. TSM actually started off the split better than expected, but I expect TL to be able to beat them. TL should be able to beat them. 100 Thieves, that's a valid win. 100 Thieves obviously playing with Nuke Duck. I didn't want to drop them out of the top 25, but I did. That's because Someday looked good in game 1, but then games 2 and 3 not as good at all. Closer, problems. So drop them out when Quid comes in and we see how 100 Thieves looks. I could put them back in the top 25. And it beat Immortals. Immortals are not a team, like they're 2-1, but they shouldn't have won against NRG. So Immortals are what Immortals are. They honestly are the same team they were before, in my opinion. So with that in mind, TL 3-0, that's good for them. Starting the split off strong after last split being a disaster. Maybe Rainover has fixed some things there. 17th is RNG, moving up 6 spots, 3 and 4 in the split. The Discord has Ninja and Pajama 17th, Weibo Gaming 18th. You may ask yourself why. One voter did not have Weibo in their top 25, which dropped them. That could have been an accident, but that's how the cookie crumbles. 19th RNG, 20th Live Sandbox, 21st BDS, 22nd, like I said, Fnatic, matching mine. So RNG 17th, they beat FPX, lost to JDG top. And you may say to yourself, they went 1 and 2, you moved them up 6 spots. Nobody moves up that many this week. Well, yeah, spoiler, no one else is moving up 6 spots the rest of the way. So it's because the manner in which you lose. They played top well, went to 3 games. Against JDG, it wasn't as close. But RNG, Way is looking like an MVP candidate. If RNG can finish like top 6 or something, MVP candidate in my opinion. Legitimately. I think Tangwan is not good. So if Way can carry this team pretty far, that's good. Breathe has not done enough in my opinion. He needs to do more. They need to put him on more carry-oriented stuff, Tangwan on facilitators. And then the bot lane of LP and Lamau, kind of coin flippy. That bot lane you'd like to be more consistent, but it is what it is. So RNG 17th. 16th, Mad Lions moving up 4 spots. They're 3-0. This is where the Discord has the Kwangdong Freaks. Beat Vitality, G2, BDS. If you asked LEC fans that hate Mad Lions, and there are a lot of them, the 3 best teams in the LEC, they would say Vitality, G2, BDS. They would not say Mad Lions. The fact of the matter is Mad Lions beat all 3 of them. Best of ones, but beat all 3 of them. And if we recall, they beat everybody to go to MSI. But they went 0-6 at MSI. They lost to G2 3-0. Yeah, you're right. but they got there, and they just beat them all again. Sorry, mad haters, but that's a legitimate team there, and it's probably going to go to Worlds. Just hope it's not the 4th seed, because then you're going to lose to the LCS for well, it'll be the 2nd time, and then they won't go to Worlds. You don't want that, right? You want somebody else in that spot against the LCS 4th seed. So, which I find ironic, the way we look at these power rankings. LCS 4 seed beats LEC 4 seed, but now all LEC, we have like LEC, like 4 LEC teams before the first LCS team. Like what happened over the last 2 months, it all of a sudden, 3 months, it changed that to this, given that C9's roster hasn't changed all that much. It's weird. Not being else, just looking at it from a, objective point of view, I don't know. So, Mad Lion 16th, really good team. Disappointing everybody, except me, because I don't care. C9 15th, 3-0. This is where the Discord has Mad Lions. Golden Guardians, Dignitas, TSM. Dignitas win. Dig may have beat EG, but that team's not very good. TSM, not that great. Golden Guardians, legit win, because a lot of people think Golden Guardians are really good. It's all Gory River to me. Beating them is what it is. Golden Guardians, solid. But C9, that's the last LCS team in 15th. Berserker is kind of taking a back seat right now as Blabber carries, and I said this in my roundup, I think yesterday if I recall, or maybe the day before. C9, I've said this at international events, the last 2 of them, previewing. C9, Blabber, very facilitator-oriented. I don't see him as a carry. I've said this time and time again. But this first week, they put him on carries. They put him on Kindred twice, and he did his job. They're offering a different look. They're putting Eminez on more facilitator, Kesante and things like that. And Gragas. So, they're showing a different look. And that is very important for months from now, that you can offer different things. Unpredictability is the only way a Western team, which is why G2 had success way back when, and why G2 can still have the potential to have success now, is playing unpredictable. If you can do that, you have a chance. Otherwise, you don't have a chance. So C9 doing that, very important. G2 are next. This is where the Discord has C9. So this is my top Western team in 14th. 2-1. Beat BDS, beat Fnatic, lost to Mad Lions. So the Fnatic win today is a big deal. Hansama really got after Noah, and he did very well. Broken Blade did excellent. Yike has been solid this week. Not as great as we saw in spring, but he doesn't have to be much better. Caps looking better than spring. That is important. You can get Caps online. G2 can be a real threat. Once, just like in their spring split, I'm probably not dropping G2 very far in these top 25, regardless of what the results are, because they're essentially locked into Worlds, and they really don't need to do exceptional in summer to do anything. So, 14th, 2-1. G2 are still very good, and that is what it is. 13th, dropping 1 spot, EDG. With Uzi in the lineup, the first series against IG, great. IG now have completely changed their lineup once more. That team is in disaster mode. Lost to LNG in an ugly fashion. Uzi and Mako were not competitive in the bot lane. Ale did not do very well. Fofo is a big problem, and why I have EG 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th right now. Hopium, I said last week, Uzi goes on the Deft run, EDG win Worlds, because Uzi wins Worlds, right? Finally, after Deft just did, in a utility Deft role. That's not going to happen with Fofo. Fofo is not, he just doesn't have it sometimes. And he didn't have it against LNG, and there was a big diffy there between the two. That's where the Discord has Team Wii. 12th, I have Team Wii. This is where the Discord has G2. I'm definitely afraid of moving Team Wii up much farther because their quality of opponents have not been good. They beat Ninja in Pajamas, which is probably the best team they've played all year. And I said that was Nip coming off of a series already yesterday and 3 in the week prior. I mean, Team Wii have to play a real team. I haven't looked at their schedule ahead of time. I said this before, I'll say it again. I would not be surprised if they go down the Anyone's Legend IG route from the last couple splits where they do good in the beginning, start facing some tough teams, and then they start losing and everybody's like, oh my God, they're choking. They're like, no, they didn't play anybody good. Like, you are the one at fault for thinking they were that good when you didn't consider their quality of opponents. It's not the team that's choking. It's you misinterpreting where the team is at. So, 12th. That's where I have them. About where I think Anyone's Legend got up to my top 10. And then I learned, don't do that anymore a couple years, last year. Next, HLE 11th. This is where the Discord has EDG. HLE 2-2 beat KDF, DRX. DRX win, doesn't matter to me. DRX are one of the worst teams in the East, if not the worst. KDF, solid team, that's around them, right? 11th, 17th, that was a valid matchup. HLE win, and win in a solid fashion. Viper, excellent. Kingen doesn't int his face off. Zeka has impact. Clid is not inting his face off. If that stuff can happen, HLE are a real team that can go to Worlds. We know that. So, 2-2, solid week. 10th, Dplus dropping 4 spots. And personally, I should not have done this. And I'm thinking about it right now, I should not have dropped them 4 spots. Because it's going to be tough for them actually to get back out of this. This is where the Discord has HLE. I should have had them still over here. Dplus are 3-1. They lost to Bro. And I'm thinking about it now. Why am I dropping them for losing to Bro when they had Rahel in the lineup? They didn't even have their AD carry in Deft. Deft comes in even remotely against Nongshim, and they smoke Nongshim. Nongshim alongside DRX could be the worst team in the East. So, it wasn't great losing to Bro, but it was in 3 games. They're 10th. I think Dplus are still a team that can threaten to win Worlds. They're going to be in my top 8 again probably next week as I, get rid of the fact that they lost to OK Bro, the team that I really don't like. And it's because I don't like the way they play, not the players. So, I say I don't have bias, but I don't hide the fact that I really don't like watching Bro play. So, 10th, Dplus. 9th, OMG moving up 1 spot. This is where the Discord has Dplus. So, 4-2, beat Nip, beat IG. Nip is a solid win at the time in which they beat them. IG, that's an easy win. OMG have to show us some consistency. That's their problem. They're coin flippy. Can beat Weibo, but then lose to this team. That's not acceptable. Weibo and them are hand in hand when it comes to that sort of shit. So, Cream, excellent. Shanji, excellent. Aki, meh, but all he has to be is meh and facilitate, and the solo laners will do their job. Abel and PP God, if a Tristana meta does become a thing, Abel is going to be a threat, which I kind of hope it does. I don't know what it is with Yordles. I like the Poppy jungle or Poppy top meta. I like the Tristanas in mid and AD carry. But then again, I like Nautilus in all 5 roles, and that's definitely not a Yordle. So I like where the meta might be going, especially with OMG. 8th place, moving up 1 spot, are KT. This is where the Discord has OMG. 3-1, beat DRX, beat Live Sandbox. Live Sandbox are out of my top 25. I do not like what I'm seeing out of Birdall really at all. I don't really. Willer is kind of trying his best, but closer. Not a big fan of what he's doing, and Teddy Cal have not really gotten it together to the way I would like. Cal is still super good, but Teddy just, Sandbox are what they are, right? So, with that in mind, KT beat them. They beat DRX. looking at my board here, just making sure I'm getting, there's a glare on these few teams here, so I got to move my head a bit to be able to read the board of who they played. KTR a threat to win, obviously. BDD has been playing very well as a facilitator. Cuz is not inting, similar to the HLE thing is what I'm trying to say. Keen getting big leads in top lane, not finding a way to use them, which is a concern. But at the same time, he is showing that he is getting those leads, so he is on his game. And if Keen is on his game, KT can go pretty far. Next, LNG up one spot. Discord has KT in 7th. LNG 5-2 beat Rare Atom, beat EDG. The win against EDG did matter. That was a solid win. But the teams above them didn't int. In the end, really, the top, this from 9th up, these teams didn't really lose except BLG. So I'm not really moving them around all that much. The manner in which you win, I guess, kind of matters a bit. But the quality of opponents really aren't there for most of these teams. So LNG beating Rare Atom, good for you. Beating EDG, that does matter. An easy 2-0. Gapped them. Scout looked excellent. I think that that's a big deal as LNG really go on a run here. Weibo move up one spot. Discord has Top Esports here. LGD Rare Atom, 4-2 on the split. Those are gimmies, right? Weibo didn't throw them. That's important. Did 2-1 against Rare Atom. Rare Atom almost got him again, but didn't in the end. So Weibo are 6th. T1 did not move their 5th. 3-1. Beat Live Sandbox, beat Bro. This is where the Discord has LNG. They are what they are, right? If they can get drafts situated. Faker has been carrying, which I said last week I don't want to see, and I really don't. I think Zeus is so much better relative to his role, but this is what they're doing because they're probably worried about Zeus inting his face off from time to time, so this is what it is. I'd like Guma to shine a bit more because we're seeing a lot of AD carries shine, and Guma really hasn't been. So, T1 are 5th. All their players are super talented, so it's hard to drop them out of like the first column unless they start losing against teams they shouldn't. 4th, dropping 2 spots, BLG. This is where the Discord has T1. 6-1 on the split. Beat Thunder Talk easily. Lost to JDG 2-0 yesterday in a blowout. Did not look good. They have not been able to beat JDG for a long time. And because of that, I struggle to put them a second because I don't know if they have the capability that the team I have above them has, which some people don't like because they're like, we'll get into it right now. 3rd place, I have Top Esports, which is where GenG is in the Discord. I had people upset because I had Top Esports above Weibo. And they're like, but Top Esports internationally and this and that. And it's like, Weibo have players that can't get there, that don't have any more success than Top Esports players do. Deshai, Xiaohu, Crisp, 3 international winners. Xiaohu never won Worlds, by the way. So, sure, won Mickey Mouse MSI a couple times. Multi-role, that is valuable. I'm not saying that's not. But Worlds and MSI, we all know that they're not created equally. And then you have Tien, Rookie, Jackie. 3 champions as well. All won the big dance. Didn't choke at that event and won it. And once you win it, in my opinion, the choker shit is useless. I think people that use that are monkeys when it comes to that because you've already proven that you don't choke. So it's like the pressure didn't get to them before. Why would it be getting to them now? Like, why would we think that the pressure is what's causing them when they've already proven that the pressure doesn't get to them because they've won before? I think that that's silly. I think that's a silly argument. And you see Weibo time and time again, coin flip. And you know what? I've said it before. Weibo has the potential to be the best team in the world on a good day. They beat JDG, right? They have that potential. Not saying they don't. But as easily, when you flip that coin, they could have lost to Rare Atom this week. Very close to, just like they did in spring. Losing to teams they should not lose to in the playoffs, time and time again. The Shy, playing like crap. You know you see it. Weibo, I don't even know how you can, I don't know if you're like, people are just like so like lost that they think after 6 series they're going to say that Weibo is going to win Worlds, have a better chance at Worlds than Tien. Like, has Weibo even went international before? How can we even say he's going to be better than Tien? Like, well, but Tien chokes and no, he won Worlds, so actually no. Well, Doomby carried him, still won. At least he got there. Like, comparing players, like, okay, well, who's done what? Not to say that a player 5 years ago is better than a player now, but, like, to say that they're going to be better internationally is a different argument than who is better, like, now as a player. Like, because the international stuff is convoluted and mired by the whole, but they can't handle the pressure stuff. Not actually about player skill, which, 2 different arguments. Can a player handle the moment versus player skill? So that's my opinion on that. Second, GenG, moving up 1 spot, 4-0. It would be something, right, if GenG played JDG for Worlds Finals. 4-0, beat KDF Nongshim. KDF win is a solid win. KDF top 25 team. Beat Nongshim, that's an easy win. GenG obviously playing excellent. Chovy being allowed a little bit more freedom, which is nice. You know, they're 4-0. They beat T1. They're second in the power rankings. First, JDG, obviously. Beat RNG, Anyone's Legend, BLG. They're the best team in the world. They have a top 5 player in every role at worst, if not the best top laner. Right now, in my top 5 video before summer, best top laner, best jungler, best mid laner, best AD carry, and a top 5 support. They won MSI. Sure, they lost to start the split. They've been fine ever since. They just crushed the team that finished second at MSI. They're a great team. Everybody knows it. Everybody sees it. And we'll see if they can just keep it going. So, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Become a YouTube supporter. And I hope to see you again tomorrow.